Hey everybody, this is Strategywizard again. Today I'm going to be doing a review of Tiny Terrain. Tiny Terrain is basically a group of different miniature pieces, like dungeon dressing or whatever you want to call it, that you can just add to any RPG experience that you choose to. You know, Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, etc. And there's even some sci-fi ones. So if you have any sci-fi RPGs, you can do that as well. I don't own any of those pieces, so I won't be showcasing any of them. But basically, as far as I can tell, I guess they're a miniaturemarket.com exclusive. I'm not 100% on that, but I noticed whenever I click on one of the pieces, it says manufacturer is Miniature Market. So I assume that it's a Miniature Market exclusive. But that's the only place I've seen them anyway. Now, these pieces basically there's a wide variety. There's more, like I say, there's more than what I've bought here. But this is a good representative sampling of the kind of quality that you're going to get and what kind of variety you can get. You can have these nice crystals that come in a variety of different colors. I notice I haven't painted any of these. Everything is as it comes. I've of course used the play mat. This is pieces from the map pack that I recently unboxed on one of my videos, just to show how it would look if you wanted to put it on a Pathfinder map setting. But you know, all these pieces, I haven't done anything to them. They just are the way they are, which is one of the things I like about it. The colors, the wood pieces, like the crates and the cabinet or shelf, all that, it's wood and it looks like a wood color. The stone items look like stone. The dirt looks like dirt. Trees are brown and everything. You can paint them if you want to give them more detail, but if you don't want to go through all that trouble, these already look the right type of color. So you can just throw them in immediately and just enjoy what it offers to give you a little more depth to your RPG experience. So here's the thing. You know what? I'll put one of the miniatures that I unboxed recently here too, just as a reference. I'll throw a few of these out here so you can see what that would look like. So they really fit the size, and you know, like this altar is perfect. I mean, it's just the right height for somebody to be laying on if you wanted to put someone there just for the fun of it. Everything, the size is really nice. It works, and which obviously they knew what they were doing when they did this, because they know that people who play Pathfinder and buy Pathfinder miniatures might want these kind of pieces. So anyway, like I say, the color is great. Love that. They come pre-assembled, except for the only exception I've seen so far is the gravesite. It comes without gravestones on it. It comes with these right here. Tear them apart, glue them on, and then your final product will look like this, which is simple enough, no big deal. So that's the only thing you ever actually have to do, except for one other notable exception, and this is my main flaw with this series of items. Not every piece is perfectly flat. Now, I think we can see a good example of that here. So you'll notice one of these is definitely flatter than the other. This one has quite a slope to it, and it makes it to where it doesn't sit level, unfortunately. So that's something that I can fix easily enough. I'll just get a good knife and cut it off or something, but it is a flaw, and this piece has something similar. You'll notice it has this chunk right here that isn't, they haven't filed it down. So, but that's something that you can fix, no problem. You just get some sandpaper, a knife, whatever your method of choice, and you know, smooth it out. But apart from that, everything is of really good quality. Really enjoy it, and it really does add a lot of three-dimensional, you know, texture and flavor to a good RPG experience. So I'm definitely going to give this an 8 out of 10. I like it a lot. I'm glad I bought these pieces. I just wish that, you know, they came a little better, a little smoother on the bottoms of some of them, but apart from that, I'm okay. There is one other complaint I guess I could make. This piece, this is one little example of the only other, and I don't know if I would necessarily want to blame these things necessarily, but you'll notice there's kind of a sappy substance on this piece, and there's something sticky on the bottom. But I don't know if that's representative. I don't know if I should, I'm just throwing this in here just in case somebody, you know, if this matters enough to someone. You could clean this off, of course, but it is somewhat of a bother. But I've bought quite a few pieces, and this is the only one that had it, so I don't know that that's necessarily a real significant issue here. It's not something that, you know, is happening on a lot of these pieces. So taking that into account, and taking into account the fact that they're not perfectly flat all the time, definitely a solid 8 out of 10. These add a lot to my experience, and I've even used them in other games. Like I've played with them with the Gloomhaven. I have treasure chests that I've thrown on the maps just to give that way. Instead of using just the little flat tokens, I use a three-dimensional treasure chest and crates and stuff like that. So it's a great way to add more depth to anything, RPGs or board games that have, you know, grids and hexes and stuff that you want to throw cool pieces on. So hopefully this was helpful for you if you want to try to find these and buy some for yourself. And in the meantime, if you think that I could have added anything else to this video, if you have any questions, let me know down below in the comments and I'll get back to you. I appreciate your time watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. So thank you very much. See you then. Bye.